In the next 20 minutes, we're going to build a website using Squarespace. What's up, everybody? It's Adrian Brambila here, and you're watching one video in a series of 30 on how to make money online for beginners. I'm currently recording this video in the Florida Keys, and I just bought an underwater laptop, which is going to allow me to make this tutorial in the ocean. Okay, that's a joke. But in the next part of this video, it's going to be a full-on step-by-step walkthrough on how to build a Squarespace website from scratch. Squarespace is known as a content management system, just like WordPress or Shopify. I think why I wanted to include Squarespace in a beginner-friendly tutorial for it is just because I think it makes the best looking websites without being a programmer. So if you have no technical experience and you don't know how to program, because I don't, Squarespace kind of takes care of all that for you, and you can build a beautiful website for any type of business, whether you sell physical products, digital products, or services. Squarespace can pretty much do it all. I hope you enjoyed this step-by-step tutorial on building a Squarespace website. All right, start the timer, 20 minutes. Let's go. Set the timer because in the next 20 minutes, we're gonna have a great looking Squarespace website. Now, my approach as an entrepreneur is to be scrappy and move fast. So at the end of these 20 minutes, will my website, could it look better? Absolutely. Is it the best? No, but I think biggest thing about starting a side hustle is to move fast and not worry about all these perfect little details of creating the perfect website when you have 0 customers. After you have customers, then you take the time to improve it, optimize it, make it look slick and like art in a website, and you make it a masterpiece. But at the beginning, I think too many people spend way too much time building their brand that they don't have any customers for. So it's like, wait till you get some customers, prove the concept, and then scale later with an amazing looking brand. So for me, I'll be fully transparent. This is going to be a walkthrough of Squarespace, and this is actually my first time using Squarespace, and I'm going to do it even still that within 20 minutes. Now I'm going to just model a different web blog that I'm just starting out right now too on Shopify, but I basically have been building websites for the last 10 years, so they're all kind of the same. And so what I want to do is basically just prove to you how easy it is. And right now I'm just filling out the survey of Squarespace, because typically at the end of this, they'll give me like a recommendations of templates or something to go for. So luckily, the beautiful thing about starting a website today with the 3 that I'm teaching you, Shopify, Squarespace, and WordPress, is that these are, I think, the best to make the best looking website, and you don't need to be a programmer, right? Look at all these. They look so amazing already. I love these templates. So it's just literally, it's simple as like, what do you want to start with? And I'm going to just preview this one real quick and see if this matches my brand theme. Looks awesome. I love it. Looks great. Cool. You can add GIFs. That's beautiful. Let me just give one other to compare to. This is always the fun part of building a website. Pick your theme. Nah, that one feels like if I was a musician, it'd be a good one. Perfect. This one looks more traditional e-commerce. I'm going for more blog. This one looks nice too. Yeah, that seems more blogger. I'm gonna do that. Done. Okay, so took me 2 seconds. Took me 2 minutes to basically decide my theme. Now, let me go ahead and sign up here. And just like that, I would have created my template for my content management system of Squarespace. That's like the nerdy way to say it. Basically the back end of the website. So this is gonna be my blog name, Forever Pair. And just doing a quick little walkthrough of how it works, but I'm not even gonna look at all this because I feel like I'll be able to do it without it. It literally makes it that easy. And again, I'm building this literally from scratch using Squarespace for the first time with you. Just to prove a point, I didn't prep any of this. I didn't like study Squarespace before, and I just know it's like one of the most popular ones. So walking through it. So here's literally the next steps. I picked the template because I already like the way it looked. I can change things around. I can change structure. I can move stuff around, but really all I want to do is basically edit what's here and to make it match my brand, Forever Pair. And so this is a real blog of mine that I just launched, and I'm basically replicating it on Shopify and WordPress and Squarespace for y'all. Just going through the different motions. My goal of this is to show you how easy it is in today. So check this out. I just click the edit button, and now I can pretty much edit this entire thing, and I'll be able to edit the images as well. So the first thing I'm going to change is just this headline. So I'm going to just say, join our 50K plus 50K email community. This is an affiliate brand, by the way. I'm going to change this to join today. So I'm going to link this. I don't have my pages figured out yet, but I'll eventually put a link there. And so just like that, I just changed the section. It's not the best right now. I'll maybe look back into it. Invest in your relationship with yourself. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go to my other blogs. I already created some content. This is my line here. Join 50,000 active women. And I'm just copying and pasting. What is Forever Pair? It's good to have a little section here that describes who you guys are. This image I want to change. Click the edit button. And typically, a lot of websites have their own little stock library. I'm unsure at the moment if Squarespace does, so let's just take a look. Beautiful, they do. See, I just click search, and I'm just going to type in women. This is a women brand, and I want women celebrating, not sleeping. And it's a healthy brand that actually is what I'm looking for. And so just like that, you don't even have to take your own photos today. Technology is literally doing all this amazing stuff for us. I'm going to save my changes. Now that looks good. And let's see here. I always check mobile preview too, because 50% of traffic today is now on mobile device. So that's super important. So this is looking good. I probably want to change that. Although that, I guess that photo could work. I want to change that. Definitely change that. I'm going to go to my about page I already created. And you could, hopefully you're not saying, Adrian, that's cheating. But typically it's good to already have, before you build your website, already write out what your pages are. So then it's literally just a copy and paste game. So I'm going to make this smaller. Let's remove that because I don't have that page built. Keep that here. Make it a tad bigger. Perfect. Let's see what that looks like on mobile. A little big. And you're watching me do this, and this is literally the process. You put in some stuff here, you tweak and change until you get it right. That's pretty much the game. That looks better. Cool. Cool. All right. That's looking good so far. It's my menu, my site title and logo. You can upload a logo here. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep the typography there. But I am just going to add a little space here because that just makes sense. So pretty much all of this amazing stuff is changeable. Changing the colors right now, it has kind of a transparent background. You can see like this header here, it blends in with the image, so that's just a detail there. And actually I don't need other sections, so for this section The spacer, I'm going to delete that. And I'm also going to delete this section. I just need, this is like a logo section, so you could put like, you know, brands you've worked with before, but a lot of people, they're starting out, so they don't have brands to say, I've been featured here. So that's okay. Typically at the very beginning, you just want to have a website that shows you're legit. And if you're an affiliate brand, so companies are going to review this to make sure, you know, you actually look the part. So that's just what you're doing here. Now this, I will keep this because this is a nice space, and I would like to have a quote. I want to do a safe place online for women to share experiences about health and beauty. Adrian, CEO. Another great section, but at this point in time, that is totally unnecessary. The homepage is where most people are going to land, but right now, it's just not a place where we need to make this elaborate thing. But we do need a newsletter sign up. This is something that I always stress in emails, is like, it's super important to have a place where people can opt in. So building the newsletter is probably one of the most important things that you do. It's good to have a call to action. And I honestly think building emails is probably, if you had to pick one of the most important things for your website, no matter what side hustle you pursue, it's having a generous email list, and your main focus is capturing leads. Now, most of the lead process doesn't happen on the homepage, but as I guess sake of practice, you should definitely put something in here. So I'm just going to put join our private weekly email club. Oh, that's formatted. That here. Put homepage, sign up, get exclusive offers. That's weekly inspiration, health and beauty tips, and exclusive offers. This is pretty generic, but you know, for sake of run through, it's totally okay. So I'm seriously going for just speed right now, and looks like I need to connect an email campaign, so that's fine. So a couple clicks and voila, I just created my first email opt-in on my website. Join our private weekly email club, weekly inspiration, health and beauty tips, and exclusive offers. Cool, let me edit this footer. I don't know who that is. Oh, it's the demo. Just delete that. Actually, like you belong here. That's fine. Now, I don't have any social media applications. I've signed up with this brand, so I am actually going to remove that. But for your homepage, it's totally okay to include social media. You have to remember what happens on this homepage is literally a fraction of your traffic. When you have a real content strategy that you've learned throughout these courses, like creating a funnel, a dedicated opt-in, lead generation offer, it doesn't happen on the homepage. So really, who you're creating the homepage for, you're creating for the fraction of people that end up wanting to explore who you're about. And then you're also creating it for the brands or partnerships who are just wanting to see that you are legit. You're a legit organization and place. So this homepage usually takes the most time because you want to make it look pretty. And for at least my sake, I think I'm done. So I'm going to click done at the top, hit save, and now I'm ready for the next thing. There's a few pages, I think, as a mandatory website. You got to have your about page because that's where brands are going to take a look at your content and information. And then you got to have a contact page so people can talk to you and potentially work with you. And I already created this, so I'm literally just gonna do a copy and paste. And I recommend before you go, create your website, you should actually write this down, write who you're about, and then editing a website becomes super quick. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna search for an image, but I'm gonna type in the word pear. Just see if anything comes up. Oh, that'd be an awkward shape. Let's not do that. Let's put happy women. That's beautiful. Cool. Uploading, so I think that one has been a record timing. Forever Pair, about page, our story, beautiful image, and then this is just a few sentences I wrote about this blog. So if you're watching this and you come from a branding background, you're really detail oriented, you may be like, oh my gosh, Adrian, he's so sloppy. But really, my focus on everyone's side hustle, and I coach people too, this is what I say, it's like, you should spend the minimum amount of time on this because this is not going to be revenue generating action. This is not going to produce cash flow. Everything else you've learned in this course are the tactics on how to produce cash flow. Once you have cash flow, I think that should be your main priority. Then you work on the branding, you work on the elements that make it visually appealing, you work on creating a culture. But right now, you have zero traffic, you have zero customers, and so you want to just create minimum viable effort, and then you build the brand. So this is all I want for my about page. A little story about who we are, and this one sentence describes it all. A trusted, safe place online where women can collaborate and explore amazing life experiences and brands that are making the world a better place. So I got that. The blog is an important section. That's another place where brands are going to be checking you out. And then if you have an organic strategy, it's super important to be creating blogs to get organic reach. These are basically default blogs. So this is one that I'm not going to basically create blogs for you on the fly, but it is important to create blogs. I'll show you just editing one or creating one. You just click this plus sign here, and then you basically have a blank canvas in which you can start. So you hit that edit button. How to lose a guy in 10 days. I think that's the movie title. But no, you write your blog here. I can just take a different blog post I've already made on my Shopify store, and I can just copy and paste it. But tons of different examples of blogging on the internet for every single niche. There's great blogs. So here's just one I created here. I think I'll be able to copy and paste this. If not, I may have to format it correctly, but yeah, I would have to format it, so it wouldn't necessarily work. But you should how many blogs should you have when you launch? At least three blogs. So what I love about Squarespace, WordPress, and Shopify is they all make SEO, which is a very important thing for your website, very easy to do. So SEO is search engine optimization. It's how your blogs rank, and so you should always basically fill this out in the way that someone would search. So if you have a beauty blog and you talk about beauty products, an article headline like top 5 beauty products for self-love during the pandemic. Let's see if that fits. Typically you want to have a title under 60 characters, and then you also want to take the time to write a little description that's about this is 400, but I would just recommend 200-ish is good enough. So that's super important. And that's why there's a lot of different website builders. That's why I like Squarespace, is because it makes things like this super easy. So how many blogs should you create? At least 3. And then lastly, your contact form. You should take the time to create a contact form. This is a very beautiful contact form, but a lot of people don't like putting their phone number online. I do not, except for one of my companies, and it's not my personal phone number. I would not recommend putting your personal phone number on the internet. I'd recommend creating a forwarding number, which is what I've done for a lot of my stuff. But creating a contact, it's super easy. If you have any questions, email or phone. This is just very basic language that, you know, people are going to reach out to you once you start creating content, or you're posting on TikTok, or you're running ads, to learn more, to work with you, to buy. So you want to have some place they can connect with you and do that. So honestly, I know I breezed through this because I'm not technically going to be using Squarespace. I'm going to be using Shopify, but pretty much this entire website is all done for you. All you have to do is fill in the elements. So when I hit this arrow, you can basically see a preview of my website that I just built with you in under 20 minutes. Forever Pair, a trusted, safe place online where women can collaborate and explore amazing life experiences, and brands are making the world a better place. And this photo, I ended up keeping it. I like it. I have one other section which describes what is Forever Pair. I think you should have a what is or who you are page, and I'm using the same text, so I'm kind of being lazy. And then a little quoting section. If you can get a testimonial from someone in your audience is preferred. I kind of just made this up on the spot. And then having a place to collect emails. And that's pretty much, I would say, those are all the criteria at a minimum viable effort that you need to have on your homepage for now. Once you start driving traffic and you have an audience and you have followers, then you would take the time to make this much, much better. And you only need 3 other pages. The About page, super important. This explains who you are, your story. And then Contact, because people are going to reach out to you, hopefully to pay you, to work with you, to buy with you, collaborate. And then Blogging. Blogging, no matter what side hustle you have, you should be blogging. It is the long-term way to drive traffic. And it is absolutely important you are creating blogs. How many blogs? Minimum, start with 3. How often should you blog? At least a couple times a week, if you want to take it seriously. So with that all said, voila, this is my blog website I just created on the fly here, and Squarespace makes it super easy. I hope, if anything, you've watched me breeze through this and you're like, wow, Adrian's not good at branding at all. Just kidding. I hope you've watched this and be like, okay, I think now that I've seen someone do this, I think I can actually make it. And I love the way Squarespace looks. I think I'm going to go with Squarespace, because I do think from WordPress to Shopify to Squarespace, Squarespace makes the best looking websites. And just like that, you have built a Squarespace website. Feel free to go back in this video and actually build it as you watch. What I want to mention is that having a website is great. You need to have it, but it's not like you need to build it and all these people will start showing up. You still need to now learn what I think is the harder part, which is how to drive not just anybody, but the right person for your business or for your brand. And so that is definitely the most challenging thing, but I hope now you at least have conquered your fears of all the drama and stress of like building a website. It's really not that bad. If you want to get the complimentary resources that come with this course, just go to adrianbrambila.com/30 days. Otherwise, I have 2 other videos in this course on building a website from scratch. The other one is about how to build it using WordPress. And the last one is how to build a website using Shopify. I'm curious if you're going to use Squarespace for your business or side hustle. Comment below. I want to know your thoughts. Otherwise, just want to say thanks for watching. This is Adrian. Catch you in the next video. Peace. When I started my very first side hustle, I was working at a call center making $27,000 a year. If I could pinpoint how I got from then to now, it would definitely be by the power of habit. It's one of the hardest things to create, but once you have it, you feel unstoppable. To help you build it, I've created the Side Hustle Journal, which is a daily journal that will help hold you accountable to working on your side hustle and creating an amazing business and life that you love. Go to adrianbrambila.com/journal to check it out today.